So why not ask that from your health insurance? With individual and family health insurance from CareSource, you're not just covered. You're covered with kindness. CareSource, individual and family health insurance. This is healthcare with heart.
Mountaineer Football is presented by CareSource, individual and family health insurance that has you covered with kindness.
Maryland has just hit on a 60-yard touchdown. 5-play, 80-yard drive, and the Terps have taken a 30-21 lead over the Mountaineers. West Virginia led the game at halftime 21-20. Neither team scored in the third quarter, and now Maryland here in the fourth quarter on consecutive drives has hit a field goal and the 60-yard touchdown. Tungabailoa to Rakim Jarrett. Jarrett now on the afternoon has shown that speed that we had heard about, and he has himself 6 catches for 122. And the other guy we talked about all week, Dante. Deggy barks some instruction to his offensive line and now steps back and is ready. Deggy's got the ball. Four-man rush. Pass goes. Crossing pattern caught by Ford Wheaton. Ford Wheaton gets hit and dropped at the 10-yard line. 20-yard reception. The cross left to right over the middle to Bryce Ford Wheaton. They'll put the ball back inside to the 11-yard line.
They're getting some single coverage over here to Bryce. They were before. Now it's tripped to that side. Not so much. Now it's the other side.
First down, Deggy drops. Deggy dump pass caught by Letty Brown. Immediately they smother him. It was late and behind Letty coming in and immediately was hit by Ruben Hippolyte. Second down.
Now that keeps the clock running. Got to get going here now.
And we can't get desperate. Still need a field goal at some point.
Yep.
3:58 and winding. The ball is at the 15-yard line. They lost 4 yards there. It's second down and 14 from the 15. Two receivers right and left. And Deggy has it. He drops. He throws it toward the end zone for Winston Wright. It's behind him and incomplete. He had to turn over to the other shoulder. And it goes to third down and 14. The clock shows 3:38.
Yeah, I couldn't understand. It looked like Winston was over his inside shoulder on a corner route. So I think maybe he had his head turned the wrong way. The ball seemed to be thrown pretty well.
But you're right. In the time that it took him to reverse, the ball went through. Third down and 14 from Maryland's 15. West Virginia needs a touchdown or points in the worst way, down 9. Deggy's got the ball. Steps back, fires over the middle, pass caught. Sam James down to the 6-yard line, and now you've got fourth down.
Unit has to hustle. Unit has to hustle.
And the clock winding at 3:24. The field goal team is going to come on. Mountaineers are down 9, so they need 2 scores here. Field as the leg comes on. Grayson Malashevich will be the holder, and they'll put the ball down at the 13 for a 23-yard field goal from the far side hash mark. 23-yard field goal for Casey Legg. He's ready. The ball is back. The kick is up, and that kick is good. West Virginia scores its very first points of the second half with 2:53 to go, and now they find themselves down by 6 points. That's an all-state, good hands field goal, and for every field goal, an extra point made by a Mountaineer kicker this season, a donation will be made to the General Scholarship Fund. So,
you kick deep or the onside?
That's the question.
What do you think?
So here's the dealio. You've got 2:53 left in the fourth. You've got all 3 of your timeouts. Maryland has scored on each of its last 2 possessions, but you gave your team a little bit of a rest right there. You just went on a 8-play drive.
You got to kick it.
So, Jed, you're saying kick it away.
All 3 timeouts, bet on your defense.
Yep.
Reasons like this are why you save your timeouts. This is exactly why you save those timeouts. Times like this, I wish we had the NFL's 2-minute warning, Tony, to be honest with you. That'd be one more clock stoppage.
Depends how good your onside kick is.
That's true, too.
Now, if you've got a good onside kick and you think you can do it, then you can. But if it's not a great onside kick, then you got to kick deep.
Yeah.
High School. Game just underway, about midway through the first quarter here. No score in this one. Warren had their first possession, drove the ball down, and then turned it over on downs. Williamstown has the ball right now as on their first possession of the game. It's second down and 4, and it is a run by Max Malessa on second down. Out to about the 31-yard line. It'll bring up third down and 2 for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. Jonesy, kind of quickly recap that first drive for Warren there as we saw it.
Well, Warren Warriors, a mix of runs and a lot of passing. Trent Taylor had 3 receptions for the bulk of their yards. Drove down, and I'll let you get to right back to the action here. Looks like first down as we were.
Yeah, first down for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets out to the 36-yard line.
And to continue, yes, the Warren Warriors drove down after a sustained drive. They got inside the 20. A bad snap put them back in about second down and 25. They weren't able to convert from there. Turnover on downs.
So first down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. And here's a shot right up the middle. Goes to Trevor Oates. Out across the 45, near the 46, and near the first down marker. And it is indeed going to be a gain of 10 and a first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, nice run. Yellow Jackets here been pounding it on the ground. And what's really going to be interesting, I think, Andy, to watch here as we get going after that West Virginia game, Warren missing quite a few of their starters down in the trenches.
Handoff here is going to go right up to Ricky Allen out over the midfield stripe into Warren territory down to the 46-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 8 to bring up second down and 2.
Turnover is a big part of why the Yellow Jackets enter this one 0-1.
And speaking of a turnover, a fumble there and a recovery by the Warren Warriors. Jason Williams comes up with the football. I believe Allen was the ball carrier.
Hey, Rex, like I said, last week the undoing of the Yellow Jackets was 5 turnovers. Let's make that 6 now on the season as, Jason Williams picks up that fumble. Good field position. They're going to have it just a couple yards away from midfield. Looks like they're going to take over on the 47-yard line. Only 53 yards to go here. And I think time of possession, Andy, is going to be a big factor in this one tonight. I think if Warren can sustain drives, even if they don't come away with points every time, I think if they can sustain drives, make Williamstown play defense, and help out that younger offensive line, they're going to have a chance in this one.
Taylor in the pistol formation is going to roll out to his right, look, throw back to his left, has Williams wide open, caught inside the 40. Williams down to the 30, 20. No one's going to catch him. Jason Williams, 53 yards and a touchdown.
Well, we know he is no stranger to the highlight reel play, and he adds another one to what's already been a fantastic season for Mr. Williams. 53 yards. That's his 3rd reception already tonight. He has a reception of 24 and 12 so far in the stat sheet under his name, as he was a big part of the passing attack on that first drive. This time, a play, I believe they ran a similar play on 4th down and couldn't convert it. Boy, that was perfect. And the point after is going to be blocked. I didn't quite see who blocked the kick, but that was Sam Perdue getting his attempt block.
So after the touchdown, the PAT no good. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's Warren 6, Williamstown nothing. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Hey, it's Tony at the Citizens Bank Company. The process of obtaining a loan can sometimes seem daunting. Let us take the worry out of this process and replace it with the loans that will get you the keys to that car, take you on a much-needed vacation, or secure the house you've been wanting. We're here to help you find the best loan to make life happen. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations or visit us online at thecitizens.com. We are here for what matters most. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
And we welcome you back to Warren High School. Kickoff return here comes into the hands of Max Melessa. He's out across the 35, out to about the 38-yard line. A nice return there by Melessa.
Yeah, good field position for the Yellow Jackets to start drive number 2. They were moving the ball pretty efficiently on the ground before another mishap, another fumble for the Yellow Jackets. Their 6th, I believe, of the season already. You know they don't want to start the season 0-2, so you got to imagine they're really going to be watching and trying to put a focus on ball control the rest of the way.
First down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Now fake the handoff to Allen, and Melessa will keep it. He'll get about a yard on the play out to the 39. They'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
I didn't quite believe they're going to credit Bookman with the tackle. He was through and looked like a bit of an option play. Melessa, I think, made the right play to tuck it and get something out of that. He was under pressure immediately.
Now we'll see 2 receivers to each side, and Melessa's going to keep it this time. That was a straight quarterback keeper all the way out across the 40 to about the 42, maybe the 43-yard line.
Looks like they're only going to give them a pair there.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and about 6.
Got him unofficially with 4 rushes at the moment right now for 12 yards. Warren's defensive front really providing a push on this defensive possession.
2 minutes, 52 seconds to go. Turning first quarter clock. Warren leading 6-0. Williamstown with their 2nd possession of the night. Melessa is going to look back to throw. He's got time to look, and he's going long, and he's got a receiver down there, and it is caught inside the 25-yard line. That is Lewis Goodnow on the catch.
What a catch. Pretty well defended as well.
And that's a
38 yards.
38 yards, indeed. First down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
And I believe they may have just surpassed their passing total from their loss against Waterford.
Alessa in the shotgun, and we'll hand the ball off. And a nice run there inside the 10, powers inside the 5, does Ricky Allen. Down to the 4-yard line.
Gain of 16 for Allen. And once again, effective running game for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. After the Warren Warriors made them face a 3rd down, middle of the field, they have put together a couple of big plays, and they're on the doorstep.
So first down and goal here, and Melessa will keep it himself. He'll power down. He's towards to the end zone. He's not quite there. Comes up just a little bit short, about a half-yard short. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from about the the ball is almost touching the goal line.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were going to give it to him or not. I thought from this angle, he was just shy when that knee went down. Nearly have to turn the ball sideways from where they're placing it.
So 2nd down and goal from inside the 1-yard line. Melessa's just going to keep it himself and push over the goal line. And still no signal from the officials. Still waiting. And they're going to say he didn't make it.
Oh, wow. What a big stop. Warren Warriors do have a couple of really big bodies. As we look, Gabe Bookman, 6'4", 300, taking up space in the middle right next to him. I believe that's David Schaefer, another senior out there.
So 3rd down and goal from about the 6-inch line, if that. Melissa this time will hand it to the fullback inside and into the end zone. That is a touchdown for Ricky Allen.
Yeah, no denying him that time. Those big bodies up front couldn't prevent the fullback from falling in and tying this one up. Allen had the big run that put them at the 3-yard line. And let's see if the Yellow Jackets can convert on their PAT attempt.
Snap is back, ball is up, and the kick is up and is good. So with 25 seconds left here in the first quarter, it is now Williamstown 7, Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Pioneer Family Auto Group invites you to take the showroom challenge, but you better make sure you're gassed up because the Pioneer Family Auto Group of Marietta, Williamstown, and Parkersburg offer the most car lots, vehicle selection, and showroom service in the area. Start at Pioneer Buick GMC on State Route 7 North Marietta, then to Pioneer Chevrolet Cadillac, Family Ford Lincoln, Pioneer Family Easy Credit Auto Sales, and Easy Credit Trucks and SUVs. To Pioneer, pre-owned of Williamstown, and Pioneer Honda, Mazda, Volkswagen, Parkersburg.
At Staley Countryside Meat Company, we approach each processing order with individual care and attention. We take special pride in our work to make sure you are satisfied with the meat product that ends up on your kitchen table. Call Staley Countryside Meat Company today at 740-989-2076 to schedule your meat processing needs. We also do our best to accommodate special requests from cutting to wrapping. Staley Countryside Meat Company, we're a cut above the rest.
So a 1-yard touchdown run from Ricky Allen, and Isaac Joy adds the extra point. Williamstown takes the lead 7-6 here with 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Joy has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, and it's a line drive kick. It's going to be taken at about the 19 by Jason Williams. He's out across the 35, still on his feet, out to about the 37, 38-yard line. A nice, tough return there by Jason Williams.
We've seen him already take one back to the house on a kickoff return. Always dangerous when the ball is in his hand. We'll take a look and see if the Warren Warriors can put together another scoring drive. They very well could have 2 touchdowns in this one already. Feel like they've really got to be feeling like their offense is moving the ball. They were in the red zone, unfortunately backed themselves out of scoring position on the first drive. They cashed in on a 53-yard strike to Williams last time.
So Taylor in the shotgun with a sidecar beside him. He sends a man in motion and now a stoppage of play, and I believe we're going to have a false start penalty against the Warren Warriors.
First penalty on the Warren Warriors tonight. Both teams now with 1 for 5.
So first down and 15 now with Taylor. Sends a man in motion. Will fake the handoff and then lose it. Taylor's going to pick it up himself. He's going to try and fall forward to about the line of scrimmage, but I think he's going to lose about a yard there, back to the 31-yard line, where it'll bring up second down and 16, and that will be the end of the first quarter here at Warren High School. 12 minutes in the books. It is Williamstown 7, Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Dr. Derek Howe of Fry Dental Group is now accepting new patients to dental practice at 1309 Green Street in Marietta. Dr. Derek Howe is a native of Marietta and a graduate of Marietta College and the Ohio State University of Dentistry. Fry Dental Group is where total smile care begins with a comprehensive approach to oral health and ends with a beautiful, memorable smile. Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe now accepting new patients. Fry Dental Group at 1309 Green Street in Marietta. Call 740-374-0123. A Delta Dental PPO and Premier Network provider.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
Welcome back to Warren High School. Randy Rex along with Shawn Jones. And Jonesy, a fast-moving first quarter.
Yeah, it sure was. 7-6 our score as we get back to action here in favor of the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. Right now, Isaac Joy's point after is the difference in this one, as possession number 3 now for this Warren Warriors offense. The dangerous Jason Williams in the backfield.
Out of the quarter timeout. It's Taylor going to roll out to his left. He's in a little trouble. He's going to be brought down there by big Harbor Hot. 5'10" middle linebacker.
That's got to be around the 3rd or 4th sack already on the night for the Williamstown defense. And
lost all the way back to the 24-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 23.
I know this is an offense that can pick up big chunks of yardage. See if they go back to that play that sees Williams out as a receiver to one of the far sides.
They're going to send Williams in motion out there. Taylor back to throw, looks across the middle. Ball is tipped and then caught by Zach Lucas out at about the 31-yard line. It's well short of the first down.
Still a really nice heads-up play by Lucas, because that ball was live and nearly an interception if he doesn't get his hands on that.
It's 4th down, and you see a punting situation now, and it's Williams back to punt for the Warriors. And Goodnow's back to receive the kick. And it's a little end over end. It's going to bounce at about the 39. Picked up by Goodnow at the 37-yard line. Goodnow across the 40, and he's going to be tackled there by Zach Lucas out at about the 45-yard line.
Ends up with around 8-9 yards on that return. And once again, pretty good field position for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. They were able to cash in after the Warren Warriors initially made them face a 3rd and reasonably long to kick off the drive. After they converted that, it was like they got a second breath on that drive, a burst of energy, and a couple of big plays later, they were leading this game.
Check that. It was Nick Cressy on the tackle, not Zach Lucas. 11, not 21. Now a little swing pass out to Goodnow and out across the 45, and he's going to be tackled there by a couple of Warriors. Landon Fairbanks and J.T. Rice in on the stop there for the Warren Warriors. It's a gain of about 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
We've seen the Williamstown Yellow Jackets go to that short passing game a couple of times now.
Second down and 8 now. Send 2 receivers out to each side here on 2nd down and 8. And fake the handoff, and Melessa will keep it himself, get to about the midfield stripe, which is a gain of a couple more yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 as we approach the 9-minute mark here of the second quarter. Williamstown leading Warren 7-6.
Big play on this drive. Let's see if the Warren defense can hold the Williamstown offense on just about the exact same spot they were in on the field, as a matter of fact, on the last possession.
3 receivers out to the left, and the sidecar beside Melessa. Going to swing it out, and it's going to be off the hands of
Looks like that was good now again.
Yep, that was off the hands of Good now. Pass is incomplete. 4th down.
Warren defense was into the backfield very quickly, making Melissa get rid of that ball quite quickly. Still made a good pass, just a bit in front of his intended receiver. Good down.
Jason Williams standing back at about his own 17-yard line, and a high end-over-end kick that is going to bounce out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. They're going to walk this ball up, out, across the 40 to the 42-yard line. So effectively, that was a net 8-yard punt.
Yeah, the snap was a little bit low, and I have to imagine that might have kind of threw things off. Warren did have a defender in the backfield quite quickly. Warren, again, you have to feel like if they can clean up some of the snap issues they've had, they've put together some pretty good offensive possessions. Of course, Jason Williams, always dangerous when he's on the field.
So 1st down and 10 for the Warriors, and the handoff will go up the middle, and that's Williams out across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. Give Williams 6 yards on that hard little run.
Williams so far the lone Warren touchdown this evening, a 53-yard reception that was the first score of the game. Trent Taylor throwing the ball around quite well tonight. The ball just going through the air, just coming out of his hand, looks a lot smoother than it did last week in McConnellsville.
2nd down and 4 for the Warriors. Taylor in the pistol formation, and will hand the ball off to Williams once again. Williams got a hole across the midfield stripe into Williamstown territory down to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 7 for Jason Williams.
Only around 15 yards on the ground right now for Williams. He's the focal point of this offense. Town so far hasn't given up the big run. Starting to pick up some chunks, though, now on the ground.
1st down and 10 for the Warriors from the 45-yard line, and the pitch is going to go out to Williams. He's going to try and sweep to the outside, and he's not going to run into about 2 or 3 Yellow Jackets right there into the hands of Trevor Oates and Kent Weigel.
Looks like they're going to only mark him down on forward progress for about a loss of a yard.
That might be a generous spot there.
I think you're right on that one. I'm not sure he got to where that ball is marked.
2nd down and 11 as we roll inside the 7-minute mark here of the second quarter. Bad snap to Taylor. He's going to pick it up and throw it, and has a receiver, and it's in and out of the hands, and then intercepted by Williamstown.
That was number 4, Colton Hessen, with the interception. Yeah, that was in and out of the hands. I want to say that was Tate on the Brody Tate, 6 foot, 165 senior. Ball in and out of his hands, bobbled in the air.
I think it was intended for Fox 22.
Gotcha. Hessen, either way, was able to come out of that with the interception.
And now we have an injured Williamstown Yellow Jacket down on the field. So with 6 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first half, Williamstown will take over after a injury timeout. They lead 7-6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
You keep up with your kids' doctor's visits, but what about your own? If you've delayed your annual checkup or just need a change, now is the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care. Now open in its newest location at Harbor Point in Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients, and it's just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Harbor Hot, the injured Yellow Jacket. He's slowly making his way off the field, but under his own power. So after the interception, it'll be first down and 10 for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. Ball at their own 36-yard line. And handoff will go right up the middle to Allen.
Ricky Allen on the carry.
Out to the 39-yard line.
Second down.
Allen so far is the leading rusher for the Yellow Jackets tonight on just a handful of carries. Give him another 3.
It'll bring up second down and 7 now from the 39-yard line. Hessen in the shotgun, has 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, a little bit of a low snap. Hessen's going to keep it himself, got some running room, 45, and out to the 50, still on his feet, 45, and then he's going to run into a Warren defender finally at inside the 45, down to about the 42-yard line, and a nice hard run there by Malessa.
Yeah, that was Malessa on the carry, and we have an injured Warren Warrior.
A player down as well. It will give us a chance here to tell you that following the game, Shawn and I will pick the Kettle One Teamwear Player of the Game. Kettle One Teamwear at 313 Green Street in Marietta. The best in team uniforms, screen printing, and embroidery. Give them a call at 740-373-7969. Proud sponsor of our Player of the Game, Kettle One Teamwear. Also, stick around at halftime. We will have the Tonight in Ohio High School Football halftime show. Skip Mossick, your host for that.
What a beautiful stadium they have. First year here, correct, Andrew, at the brand new facilities here in Vincent.
Well, the field's always been right here. They just, it was a completely new field with field turf.
Correct. New turf, I should say. It looks just absolutely excellent. If you haven't seen the logo work on the field yet out here, maybe second to none here in the Mid-Ohio Valley.
So first down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Ball at the Warren 42-yard line. And the handoff will go to Oates. And Oates has got some running room inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line. A nice big gain there by Trevor Oates.
Yeah, only his second carry of the game. 20 yards on that run for Oates.
And Oates will carry it again inside the 20, stumbles forward down to about the 15-yard line.
Second down.
Oates 6 on that run. And they are really trying to speed up here, Andy, I feel like.
And so he's going to keep it himself. Power forward down. He's going to get enough for the first down to about the 10-yard line.
That was a big hole on the right side. Really nice job by Rice to bring down Malessa. Otherwise, I think he may have found his way into the end zone.
Ball is going to be right at about the 10-yard line, and they're going to stop the clock for just a moment here. And it's a timeout for the Warren Warriors. So with 4 minutes, 58 seconds to go here in the first half, it's Williamstown 7, Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Some interesting facts about golf from Lakeside Golf Course. Walter Hagen is considered to be the very first professional golfer. Hagen made his living in the 1920s as a golf pro, teaching lessons to amateurs. And think about this, with so much money being won on today's men's and women's golf tours. In 1962, Jack Nicklaus received his first ever check from a PGA golf event when he won $33.33 at the LA Open. Lakeside Golf Course in Beverly. Call 740-984-4265 for your tee time anytime.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
So out of the Warren timeout, it is first down and 10 for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets, and the handoff is going to actually, Melessa kept it himself. A nice little fake there, and he ran it all the way into the end zone from 10 yards out for the Williamstown touchdown.
Yeah, he fooled everyone on the field, and I believe about 3/4 of the press box as well on that option play. Wow. Maxwell Melessa led the charge on this drive.
Joy on to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 4 minutes and 53 seconds left in the first half, your new score is now Williamstown 14, Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
At Pioneer Buick GMC in Marietta, you'll find cars, trucks, SUVs. The biggest selection in the area has been the cause for an expanded lot, and they keep filling it up so you have more choices. From the lot to the showroom, Pioneer Buick GMC has a great selection because, quite frankly, they were on the ball when others weren't. Stop in and see the inventory at PioneerBuickGMC.com. Right now, find open house savings, top trade-in allowance guaranteed. Welcome to Pioneer Buick GMC.
You keep up with your kids' doctor's visits, but what about your own? If you've delayed your annual checkup or just need a change, now is the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care. Now open in its newest location at Harbor Point in Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients, and it's just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care.
And we welcome you back to Warren High School. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones, and a 10-yard touchdown run by Maxwell Melessa. And the extra point is good. And Williamstown leads now 14-6 over the Warren Warriors.
14 straight points for the Yellow Jackets.
Now a kickoff, and that kick is going to bounce and roll out of bounds. So Warren will take over first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Just a little under 5 minutes for the Warren Warriors offense to potentially tie this thing up before we head into the locker rooms. Or beautiful night here in Vincent.
Or they're discussing it, and they might move it back and make him kick it again.
I think they're going to make him kick it again. And when you have an athlete like Jason Williams, who can score from potentially anywhere on the football field, it's getting the call here, first and 10 from the, well, yeah. Well,
okay.
Looks like it's going to be first and 10 from the 40.
Okay, yep. So they're going to.
First and 10 from the 40.
Okay.
So 4:53 remaining here. I'm not sure what the.
I thought that the ball. Well, I was going to. Well, because normally you have the option to take the ball at the 35-yard line, but they said they're going to take 5 yards from the dead ball spot. So they're saying that the ball went out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
I see.
So they're going to add 5 yards from that point, and Warren takes over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line. And now a flag thrown at the snap of the football, and the handoff is.
Wasn't sure who got that carry. I couldn't tell if it was Williams or Bowers out of the backfield. We'll find out here in a second.
That's Bowers.
That was Bowers.
Number 3. And a penalty flag on the play. Illegal formation is the call against the Warren Warriors.
Only the second penalty of the night on the Warriors.
So a 5-yard penalty will now make it 1st and 15 back at the 35-yard line.
And so far, when you want to look at some positive things for the Warriors on this season that sees them enter tonight at 1-1, they played pretty clean football last week at McDonaldsville.
That is true. Taylor is in trouble, and he's going to be barreled underneath all the way back at about the 27, 28-yard line.
That was number 22. Looks like Kent Weigel threw for the sack.
Weigel, the 6'4", 205-pound middle linebacker. He's just a junior. So the loss of 7 on the play make it 2nd down and 22 from the 28-yard line.
And I tell you what, Taylor right now has to be fearing for his life behind that there in the backfield. That is, I believe, the 5th sack already of the night for the Yellow Jackets.
2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and a whistle and a timeout called by the Warren Warriors. So with 3 minutes, 41 seconds to go here in the first half, it is Williamstown 14, Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Hey, it's Tony at the Citizens Bank Company. The process of obtaining a loan can sometimes seem daunting. Let us take the worry out of this process and replace it with the loans that will get you the keys to that car, take you on a much-needed vacation, or secure the house you've been wanting. We're here to help you find the best loan to make life happen. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations or visit us online at thecitizens.com. We are here for what matters most. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out of the timeout by Warren High School. It's going to bring out 2nd down and 22.
Penalty and a sack, and they are behind the 8 ball here.
And a little swing pass out to the right is caught. It's caught by Hunter Grimm, but he didn't get much of anything.
I don't believe he got anywhere at all. Warren with 1 timeout remaining, and Williamstown, as a matter of fact, with all 3 of theirs. So if they can come up with a stop here on 3rd down, which they are probably quite favored to do as it's 3rd and 24, they might have a chance to extend this lead before we hit halftime. Taylor is snapping a handoff.
It's going to go out to about the 30-yard line, and Fairbanks is on the carry.
Landon Fairbanks, 5'7" freshman, 160. See him also sometimes in the defensive backfield.
And Williamstown will take a timeout now before a 4th down play with 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first half. It is Williamstown 14 and Warren 6. Again, a reminder that following the game, we will choose the Kettle One Teamwear Player of the Game. Kettle One Teamwear at 313 Green Street in Marietta, the best in team uniform, screen printing, and embroidery. Give them a call at 740-373-7969. And stick around. We'll have the Tonight in Ohio High School football halftime show coming up at the halftime intermission as well.
Not sure Jason Williams was in on that 3rd and long play. I saw the one of the trainers taking a look at one of his hands before that series started. Got to believe Warren Warriors are going to punt this one away here, and looks like that is number 23, Caleb Burns, ready to kick it away.
And standing back at about his own 40-yard line to receive it is Goodwin. A nice little bounce kick is going to roll and roll and roll out of bounds at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that took a Warriors bounce. And then a stroll all the way to the 30. Just a beautiful facility out here in Vincent, Ohio. 2 minutes and 35 seconds for this Williamstown Yellow Jackets offense that has figured it out in the running game. Max Malesso, last possession. A 10-yard run to cap off their 2nd straight scoring drive.
2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. A man in motion now for Malessa. 1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Malessa's going to roll out to his right, looks, throws, and it is going to be caught by Allen out at the 35. Allen pushes forward to the 40, out to about the 43-yard line. A nice catch and run there by Ricky Allen.
Looks like about a gain of 13. But officially, I have Malessa's only 3 of 4 in my book.
1st down and 10 from the 43-yard line. The handoff this time is going to go to Oates. Oates has got some running room, 50, 45, 40. Oates still on his feet. Oates tiptoeing down the sideline, but steps out of bounds at the Warren 29-yard line.
Yeah, he just couldn't keep his momentum going towards the end zone instead of the sideline. Felt like if you're watching with us streaming on YouTube or Facebook right now, you could see he was a little resigned, I feel like, to the fact that he wasn't going to be able to turn the corner and continue heading up the field.
So 1st down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets from the Warren 29-yard line. Malessa's going to keep it this time on a little quarterback keeper. He's going to power inside down to about the 20-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain there for Malessa.
They are really piling up the yards on the ground here in the 2nd quarter are the Yellow Jackets.
And keep in mind here, Williamstown won the toss, elected to defer, so they'll get the ball to start the 3rd quarter as well. So if they cash in on this one, a handoff to Oates, and the ball's on the ground. But Williamstown...
Ooh, looks like, yeah, they were able to recover it. Wow, dangerous play.
Goodnow's the one who fell on it.
We've already seen one Yellow Jackets turnover tonight.
So it's 1st down and 10 now from the Warren 16-yard line. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the half. Malessa is going to keep the ball himself on the fake handoff, and he's going to be tackled, and a flag comes in, and that was a pretty obvious face mask.
Yeah. Quite a run there. Run of about 16 yards.
Well, it was 1st and 10 from the 16. Personal foul, face mask against the Warriors is the penalty. So mark it half the distance to goal from the end of the run, which means it was a run of about 14 yards, and add 1 more yard on the penalty. So it's 1st down and goal for the Yellow Jackets from the from about the half-yard line.
2nd time we've had the Williamstown offense inside the 1. Of course, remember last time it took them a couple of tries. Warren does have a couple of big bodies if they try to plow this thing up the middle, that they were able to form a wall and force a 3rd attempt last time in a 2-goal situation for Williamstown.
1st down and goal for the Yellow Jackets inside the 1-yard line, and Molessa's just going to plow forward himself this time. He's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, this time that big front line of the Warren Warriors not able to hold. And, well, 20 straight points now after Williams opened up scoring for the Warriors tonight. And not very much time left in this half. And as you said, the Yellow Jackets are going to have the ball again as we kick off the third quarter.
Joy on to attempt the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 34 seconds to go in the first half, it is now Williamstown 21 and Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
It's 360 degrees of perfection. Lakeside Golf Course is the best conditioned public course in the Mid-Ohio Valley, known for friendly service. Join a league or take a lesson from the golf pro at Lakeside Golf Course on State Route 60, just 1 mile south of Beverly. Call 984-4265. 984-4265. Flawless Lakeside Golf Course. 360 degrees of perfection. Online at lakesidegolfcourse.net.
So a 1-yard touchdown run by Maxwell Molessa, his second touchdown run of the evening. And the extra point is good, and Williamstown now has a 21-6 lead. Joy is going to, little looping kick. It's going to be picked up at about the 26-yard line, out across the 30, 35, and pushing forward near the 40-yard line is 20.
Not sure. I didn't quite catch who was on the tackle.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 39-yard line now with 27 seconds to go in the half.
"27 seconds until halftime."
First and 10 Warriors.
Beautiful night. Maybe just slightly warm, bit muggy here this evening in Vincent, but overall, I'll take it. Certainly less perspiration for this broadcaster than last week at very steamy evening in McConnellsville.
And, I mean, it was worse last week than it was 2 weeks ago. And it's much better tonight. You're absolutely right. It's about 78 degrees at kickoff. And here's a swing pass out to Lucas. He bobbles it and still he bobbles it again and manages to catch it. He was juggling the ball there.
Yeah, good juggling act. 3 yards, 2 yards on the reception. Pretty impressive there to stay with it.
For Lucas, it's second down and 7 now from the 42-yard line. Taylor is going to go back in the pistol with Bowers behind him. And he'll take the snap and look to throw and go swing it out, intended for Bowers, but incomplete.
Yeah, that one just right into the ground.
And it'll bring up third down and 8 with 18 seconds to go in the half.
Pass well short. I feel like if Bowers did, or if that ball was able to find its way to Bowers, he had a steam building up. Taylor's thrown the ball very well tonight.
He's in the pistol formation again. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to throw to the receiver on the right, and it's caught out across the midfield stripe. Caught there by Brody Tate inside the 50. Down at the 48-yard line. Clock will run with 9 seconds, and now Taylor will spike the football with 6 seconds to go, and they'll have one shot here at the end zone.
Taylor with an interception on the evening that came, unfortunately, on a ball he threw pretty well. His receiver just wasn't able to come down with it. And, well, unfortunately, that was Landon Fairbanks of the Williamstown Yellow Jackets.
So 2 receivers out to the, and we're going to have a stoppage of play here. I think we have a false start.
I would think so.
Reset the clock to 6 seconds.
(21-6). Let's see if Warren has anything to do to change that.
Taylor, 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. He's back to throw, looks, and is going to be incomplete. Still with 2 seconds left in the half. So the play didn't take very long. They still have one more shot here.
Of course, you would think that they would maybe take a shot at something down the field, but, you know, Andy, it's been Yellow Jackets in Taylor's face just about all of this second quarter, so that kind of provides a problem. You need some time to get some receivers down the field if you want to have a chance.
And now Warren with 8 deep defenders, a little swing pass out, and got some blockers here inside the 40, inside the 35, pushes down towards the 30-yard line, inside the 30, still on his feet. So a nice little catch and run there by Hunter Grimm, but it's not enough, and we have reached the halftime intermission here at Warren High School. It is Williamstown 21, Warren 6. We'll take a timeout and come back with our halftime festivities. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
Hickory Grove Country Market is more than meets the eye. On the outside, it appears to be your typical gas station, selling all grades of gasoline, including diesel. But step inside and you find a convenience store, full grocery store, and a deli and pizza counter. Grab-and-go sandwiches, salads, and pizza are made fresh daily. Whether you need a fill-up at the pump, grab a quick meal, or need to stock the kitchen pantry, stop into Hickory Grove Country Market, located on 339 in Vincent, and see what it has to offer you and your family.
And we welcome you back to Warren High School. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones. Halftime between the Williamstown Yellow Jackets and the Warren Warriors. Williamstown with a 21-6 lead at the break. And Shawn Jones, Warren got on the board first on a quick strike, and then Williamstown has just answered with 3 methodical drives.
Yeah, the Williamstown running game has just woken up in the second quarter, and they were able to put, as you said, 21 consecutive points on the board. It has been all Yellow Jackets as we head into the locker room after that Williams big 53-yard reception for a touchdown to open up scoring on the night. Following on that, an Allen 1-yard run made it 6-6. Isaac Joy, who was 3 for 3 overall on the PAT attempts for the Yellow Jackets, put them in front 7-6 at the 25-second mark of that first quarter. Malesa's 10-yard run, his first of 2 runs in that second quarter to make it 14-6 at the 4:53 mark. And Joy again true on the PAT at the 34-second mark of the quarter. Malesa was able to extend that lead, and Joy to add the additional point on 21-6, Andy, as the halftime festivities begin with the Williamstown Yellow Jacket Band.
That is as they make their way out onto the field for halftime festivities here at Warren High School. We will take a timeout, and we'll come back with the Tonight in Ohio High School football halftime show. You're listening to the voice of the Warren Warriors.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Staley Countryside Meat Company, we approach each processing order with individual care and attention. We take special pride in our work to make sure you are satisfied with the meat product that ends up on your kitchen table. Call Staley Countryside Meat Company today at 740-989-2076 to schedule your meat processing needs. We also do our best to accommodate special requests from cutting to wrapping. Staley Countryside Meat Company, we're a cut above the rest.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime reports here on the Ohio News Network. Bo Rugg is in charge of officiating and sport management for the OHSAA. We'll visit with Bo regarding a rule change and if there's any potential protocol changes for high school football officiating this season. That's next on the Ohio News Network.
I'm Scott Demaro, president of the Ohio Education Association. I'm proud to bring you tonight's game on behalf of OEA's 123,000 members. We teach in the public schools and state universities. We drive your kids to school, serve them lunch, and keep our schools clean and safe. We also coach the teams on the field. We're committed to making sure every student has the opportunity to experience the joy of learning and to succeed, regardless of where they live or their family's income. We believe in great public schools for all students.
Farmers at heart. At Beck's, that's who we are. For over 100 years, the Beck family has lived and farmed in central Indiana. Today, we're proud to serve a dedicated community of farmers in Ohio. To us, helping farmers succeed means so much more than just being a great seed supplier. Our family of employees and dealers are committed to helping farmers seek new challenges, push boundaries, and innovate in an ever-changing industry. That's what makes Beck's different. We love what we do. We are and will remain farmers at heart.
If you snore or have trouble sleeping, you may have sleep apnea, and at Fry Dental Group, you'll find solutions. While traditional solutions typically include an uncomfortable and inconvenient CPAP machine, Fry Dental uses an FDA-approved device that's small, portable, quiet, comfortable, and highly effective. Call Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, or Dr. Derek Howe at Fry Dental to schedule an appointment. Fry Dental Group, providing solutions for a better sleep at night and bigger smiles in the morning. Call 740-374-0123 or visit frydental.com for more information.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
Welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your ball game. We're joined for a few minutes this evening by Bo Rugg, Senior Director of Officiating and Sport Management with the OHSAA. And Bo, thanks for your time. We always like to get you on early in the season regarding any rule changes. Really just one for this season, Bo, but it's an important one. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
It is, Skip. We have a really kind of a clarification of a rule on low blocking within the free blocking zone by linemen. And linemen of offense or defense can block low in the free blocking zone now only if the initial action is low and it's immediate. It used to be some language in there about when the ball leaves the zone and all that stuff, and they just took that out, and it's just low and immediate.
Is it pretty clear why the change, Bo? And I guess, does it make things any easier for your officiating crews?
Well, the good news for us is this is probably the way we've called it in the past. The rule was clarified because there were some states that were modifying the rule in different ways by saying you couldn't do it if you were in shotgun, you had to be in three-point stance, those types of things. So the clarification just makes it consistent across the country.
Bo, specifically to football, do you typically form crews or do you assign games individually sometimes?
Regular season, all our assigners use crews. In the tournament, we generally assign officials to a crew. And part of it this year in expanding playoffs is we will have assigners in the state assigned to the first round games crews, and then I will make up crews for weeks 12 through 16.
Bo, we know the benefits of having the state championships in Canton, but are there any challenges logistically for officiating with those games not being centrally located?
No, not really. We work on representation throughout the state, so there will be X number of officials from each district that will have a state assignment. And once we do that and form the crews, they're just going to come from wherever they're going to come from and work their final.
You know, Bo, we can obviously see what's going on with the increase in COVID numbers across Ohio. We've had game cancellations the first couple of weeks in various parts of the state. Has it impacted any officiating crews where, you know, somebody might just have to pull out late because of illness or contact tracing?
Yeah, it can affect officiating crews. We've been pretty lucky on the COVID problems with officiating crews, and usually that stuff happens where we have a substitute and it's very seamless. The issue we've had is certainly cancellation of games, and we just passed, our board just passed lowering the minimum number of games for schools to qualify for the playoffs from 8 to 5.
You know, speaking of minimum, it may sound like a silly question, Bo, but I guess what's the minimum number of officials needed to work a high school football game if there's a no-show or somebody has to pull out because of illness?
No, that's a good question, actually. 5 is the minimum number for a varsity game, and then we put 4 for the lower-level games. In the lower-level games, you can officiate with fewer than 4 if both coaches agree. But at the varsity level, we stick with 5, and we have a number of games that are done with 6.
You know, Bo, last thing, we know the OHSAA made it work a year ago, but if the COVID numbers continue to go the wrong way, would you maybe look at adapting to some of those safety game protocols that you had in place a year ago?
Well, we will always adapt whatever protocols come from the Ohio Department of Health and the governor. So the short answer is yes. If we get something, we will. But right now, it seems to be going well enough from a fan perspective that we're in pretty good shape.
Bo Ruggs, Senior Director of Officiating and Sport Management with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. We always appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on, okay?
You're more than welcome, Skip.
And we'll be back to wrap up the Ohio Education Association tonight in high school football halftime report presented by Beck's Hybrids next on the Ohio News Network.
Beck's recognizes this week's player with heart, Grant Maston from Jackson High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
And our community, it's really an awesome thing. We have an awesome community that supports us and whatever we need.
Grant isn't just talking about game nights either. He started his own foundation 2 years ago, and the community has helped him donate hundreds of pairs of shoes.
I started the Tackles for Tots. So the first year, I pledged a pair of shoes for every tackle, and I ended up with 120 tackles.
And the 4.0 student still finds time to show horses and other livestock across the country.
Definitely important in our lives, and it's a great portion of it, really. And it's kind of been a generational thing too. Like, it's kind of a long line, but it's something that's really prominent in our family.
At Beck's, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
Hickory Grove Country Market is more than meets the eye. On the outside, it appears to be your typical gas station, selling all grades of gasoline, including diesel. But step inside and you find a convenience store, full grocery store, and a deli and pizza counter. Grab-and-go sandwiches, salads, and pizza are made fresh daily. Whether you need a fill-up at the pump, grab a quick meal, or need to stock the kitchen pantry, stop into Hickory Grove Country Market, located on 339 in Vincent, and see what it has to offer you and your family.
This is ONN.
All right, thanks once again to Bo Rugg, Senior Director of Officiating and Sport Management with the OHSAA. If you are interested in becoming a high school sports official, all of those details are available at ohsaa.org. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Beck's Hybrids. A reminder, you can listen to many of our affiliate broadcasts from across the state at onnradio.com from the Ohio News Network.
Changing people's outlook on life, it starts with a smile. At Fry Dental Group, the core of their mission is to make people smile more. Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe believe that one smile creates another. It doesn't matter what age, where you're from, or what you believe, a smile is universal and it's free. At Fry Dental Group, they understand that they can't make you smile, but they can sure give you reasons to. If you want straighter, whiter, healthier teeth, visit Fry Dental Group at 1309 Green Street, Marietta. Call 740-374-0123. A Delta Dental, PPO, and Premier Network provider.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Welcome back into the ESPN radio studio. Derek Jones back here with you. We'll get back to the booth with Shawn and Andy here in just a bit, but first a look at your college football scoreboard for this week. We'll start it off by heading back to Thursday momentarily, and it starts off with Coastal Carolina, number 22 in the country, an unfamiliar face at the top 25 except for the last couple of years or so. And their first game is a 52-14 blowout over the Citadel. The Ohio State Buckeyes go on the road for their first game of the year. They walk away with a 45-31 win over Minnesota. So the number 4 Buckeyes open up with a win in their first game. It was 25, Arizona State rolling over Southern Utah, 41-14. The 24th ranked Utah Utes take down Weber State, 40-17. It was an upset on a Friday night in the ACC. Number 10 North Carolina goes on the road and they fall to Virginia Tech, 17-10. Making our way into some games from earlier today now. It was number 21 Texas over number 23 Louisiana in a battle of top 25 teams. The Longhorns topped the Ragin' Cajuns by the score of 38-18. Iowa State, number 7 in the country, they survive an early season upset scare on their own home field from an in-state foe. The Cyclones hold off Northern Iowa 16-10. We expected a good game here in a battle of top 20 teams here in the Big Ten, but it turned out to be a blowout. The Hawkeyes, Iowa, over the Indiana Hoosiers, 34-6. Cincinnati takes on Miami, Ohio, and they take them out by the score of 49-14, and it turned out to be a bad day for Miami, regardless of which state you're from. The Alabama Crimson Tide ranked number 1 in the country yet again. They take down Miami, Florida, 44-13. Oregon was trailing a Fresno State early in the fourth quarter of that one. They also survive an upset scare here in the first week of the season. They take down Fresno State 31-24. Another big matchup in the Big Ten here in this first Saturday. Penn State over Wisconsin 16-10. Oklahoma survives a late surge from Tulane. The number 2 ranked Sooners hold on 40-35. Currently in action right now in the first quarter, number 20 Washington leading Montana 7-0. Texas A&M leads Penn State also 7-0 in the first quarter. Florida off to an early lead over Florida Atlantic 14-0 late in the first quarter in that one. USC is a couple of minutes away from the opening win. They are leading San Jose State 30-7. A couple of minutes left in that one. And the premier matchup here in the first big Saturday of the season, a battle of top 5 5 teams, Georgia and Clemson, knotted up at 0. About 4 minutes left in the first quarter in that one. And here on ESPN Radio, getting set for second half action of some high school football between the Warren Warriors and the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. We'll head back to the booth with Andy Rex and Shawn Jones right after this.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit wetzcompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
At Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos located in Williamstown, it's about vehicles and it's about you. Sales experience on this lot is one thing, but people experience is above all. At Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos of Williamstown, the team has a passion for helping customers and put car sales experience, people experience, and passion together, and you get the most satisfying, hassle-free car buying experience you've ever had. Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos of Williamstown, West Virginia's side of the Williamstown Bridge.
And we welcome you back to Warren High School. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones as we get set for the second half here in just about 5 or 6 minutes from now. As thanks to Skip Mossick and crew at the Ohio News Network for their halftime show. Thanks to Derek Jones back in the studio, a little college football scoreboard to get you up to date on what's going on around the world of college football. A couple other things that ran into that he didn't happen to have. Late in the first half, Syracuse leading Ohio University 12-3. And then also another high school game going on with the team around the area down Racine, the Frontier Cougars and the Southern Tornadoes going at it. And it's all Frontier in that one, 33-0. The Cougars at halftime in that one.
Hey, go FHS. Go Cougars. There we go. Russ Morris has got the crew playing some football.
And here it is Williamstown 21, Warren 6 as we get set for the second half in just a few minutes. Jonesy, what do you look for as far as what kind of adjustments that Coach Kimes is going to try and make here at halftime? I know Williamstown's going to get the football again to start the third quarter.
Well, I think they've got to find a way to win the battle up front, or find a way somehow to neutralize this all-time heavy running attack to Williamstown. After the second quarter, picking up chunk after chunk on the ground. Max Malessa has been leading the charge. I have him up over 75 yards on the night on just under a dozen carries. But as we take a look for Ricky Allen, he's had a couple of big runs, as well as Oates as well out of the backfield. I have him up over 60 yards on the night. Through the air, they will have one big strike. Other than that, only a few short passes. So you know they're not really going to look to throw that ball unless they have to. I would have to wonder if Coach Kimes doesn't find a way to scheme, maybe cheat against the run a little bit, hoping that potentially you can force another fumble. We've seen the Williamstown Yellow Jackets put it on the ground twice tonight. They were lucky enough on their last possession of the first half that they were able to fall on it and pick it up. It didn't derail that drive as it did in the first quarter. So potentially you get the ball back a couple of extra times, a couple of more possessions in this one, and you give your playmakers a chance to do something. Of course, we know that Jason Williams can score anytime he touches the football. Trent Taylor has really thrown the ball around well tonight. I have him 8 of 13 for 143 unofficially so far. Of course, 53 yards came through the air on the big strike to Williams. Other than that, though, the ball has really came out of his hands well tonight. Of course, we know he can zip it in there to his receivers. He's thrown a couple of really nice passes that I feel like were not, caught for completions, including the one interception he has tonight. That one probably should have been hauled in, but unfortunately The bounce just did not go the Warrior way. Looking forward to seeing who wins the battle in the trenches. That's the short answer, because right now I feel like in the second quarter what we saw happen was the Williamstown Yellow Jackets having a little more, experience up front potentially, worn down multiple starters on the offensive line. That's going to play a part in this, although I will say for those who are stepping up, maybe getting some reps they wouldn't normally get. Warriors, line really hasn't played all that bad at all tonight. I feel like, maybe a couple offensive miscues don't happen. If we're looking at a, 21-14 game or potentially even closer here. So should be an interesting second half. And, I tell you what, looking forward, it's going to be interesting every week to see who's, active on what roster as the continues into its second anniversary tour. 21-6, Williamstown are score here. We'll take a timeout and come back with the open. Good things come to those who wait, except when it comes to your health. If you've delayed your annual checkup or are looking for a change, now's the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care, now open in the newest location at Harbor Point, Williamstown.
The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients and just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care in Williamstown. There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
And we welcome you back to Warren High School. Coming out to the meeting prior to the second half kickoff, but we know that Williamstown will be getting the football here to start the third quarter.
Big possession. If you're Warren, hopefully some of these adjustments you made in the locker room pay off immediately and you can make this a quick Yellow Jacket possession. Gotta think we're gonna see a whole lot more of Melissa and company keeping the ball on the ground, pounding away, keeping the clock running, and that Warren defense on the field. So we will see Warren key the football up at the 40-yard line. Big thanks to our cameraman tonight for the live stream, which you can find on YouTube and streaming on the Jacob Krantz radio page on Facebook and also on YouTube. Just search for ESPN Radio for the Mid-Ohio Valley. Yes. A big thanks to Kyle Wenzel up in the booth, up above us tonight, giving you the excellent visuals of this brand new turf at Warren High School. Thanks to Derek Jones back in the studios for his help tonight as well. Oh, that nice.
The album cover art, which features 3 rows of Apple emojis of the pregnant women in a range of rework
by Ethan Holbert. Holbert's going to try and turn the opposite way to the 31-yard line.
Nice play on special teams there. Sophomore, 5'10", 155. Grabbed the leg, pulled him down.
So Williamstown will start first down and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Max Melessa has 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and beside him is Jed Lane, the running back, and Melessa's going to scramble out to his right. He's got some running room out across the 35, loses the football, but it fumbles it out of bounds. So a fortunate break there on the part of the Yellow Jackets. Good pressure from the Warren Warriors and a little bit of luck. That ball was free, found the sideline before it could find a Warren Warriors player. So it's going to be a gain out to the 39-yard line. About 7 yards on the carry, and now a handoff is going to go right up the middle that time and stuck in at about the 43-yard line. There's Ricky Allen on the carry.
So another first down on the ground for the Yellow Jackets. Looked like they were trying to maybe take the Warriors by surprise, looking to pass on that first play of the half.
Ball at the 45-yard line of the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. They have it first down and 10. Melissa's going to go up under center in an I formation and a little swing pass out to the right. It's actually a backwards pass to Goodnow, and Goodnow is going to get across the midfield stripe into Warren territory down to the 46-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 9 on the lateral. So it actually goes as a 9-yard run for Goodnow.
Second and short. We haven't really seen much of a long passing game out of Williamstown tonight, and a timeout
called by Warren. So with 10 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the third quarter, it is Williamstown 21, Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
The chances of making 2 consecutive holes in one is nearly impossible. The odds are 65 million to 1, so there is a chance. In 1971 in Norwich, England, John Hudson accomplished this feat with aces at the 11th and 12th holes. The 11th was 195 yards, and the 12th, a whopping 311 yards. An interesting golf fact from your friends at Lakeside Golf Course. Please call ahead for your tee time at 740-984-4265. Lakeside Golf Course, State Route 60 in Beverly.
The Fry Dental Group offers CRAC Technology, a state-of-the-art process that makes crowns, onlays, and inlays out of solid porcelain in about 10 to 12 minutes. No second appointment, no impressions or temporaries, and the cost is less than conventional crowns. Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe, specializing in comfortable family dentistry, teeth whitening, lumineers, and cosmetic improvements. The Fry Dental Group, a Delta Dental, PPO, and Premier Network provider offering 20 to 25% savings to participants. Call 740-374-0123.
And we welcome you back to Warren High School. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones, and a first down run there.
Jed Lane's first carry of the night. The senior wearing number 24, 5'11" fullback, middle linebacker.
The carry goes down to the Warren 40-yard line, where it is first down and 10 for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. Handoff is going to go to Allen. Allen's got a big hole inside the 30, down to about the 27-yard line.
Right back where they were at in the running game, just churning yards on every play.
It's a gain of 13 on the play for Allen. That'll bring up first down and 10 at the Warren 28-yard line. So now Melessa back in the gun. He's back to throw, and the ball is knocked down.
Looks like that was number 80. Hard to tell.
Couldn't exactly tell.
Well, I always prided myself, Andy, on my eyes and being able to get those numbers, and I've got to say, this
80 might be right.
I think it's 80. I'm going to go with it. I believe that was John Ankrum, 5'10" sophomore.
So second down and 10. Melessa's going to keep it this time. He's got it hole inside the 20, still on his feet, inside the 15, down near the 10, inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line for Maxwell Melessa.
Wow. What a night he is having. Yeah, down to the 6.
And he'll go back in the shotgun now where it's first down and goal from the 6-yard line. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to barrel forward. A flag comes in. He got into the end zone for the touchdown, but I'm not sure that this one's going to count.
Yeah, I think
holding against Williamstown is the call.
I know this one's coming back now.
Winner of the 50-50 drawing for $238 is Stephanie Castle.
Well, the Warriors catch a break here. Let's see if they can capitalize and keep the Yellow Jackets out of the end zone this time.
So it'll bring up first down and goal, now back at the 16-yard line. Melessa in the gun, 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Now he sends a man in motion, and Melessa is going to hand the ball off to Allen and loses the football, and Warren has it.
Yeah, it's going the other way. 4th fumble of the evening. 2nd that the Williamstown Yellow Jackets have turned over.
And that's a huge stop there for the Warriors.
Yes, it is, and like I talked about, the fumble has been, so far, 2 games into this young season, the fumble has really been a problem for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. They put it on the ground 5 times last week, 4 already tonight. So if you're Warren right here, you hope that you can put some points on the board, get a little bit of momentum. You're at home, this beautiful stadium here. Great night for football.
And we have an injured Williamstown Yellow Jacket down on the field, so we'll take time as well with 9 minutes, 33 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's Williamstown 21, Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit wetzcompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
Good things come to those who wait, except when it comes to your health. If you've delayed your annual checkup or are looking for a change, now's the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care, now open in the newest location at Harbor Point, Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients and just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care in Williamstown.
So after the Williamstown turnover, it's first down and 10 for the Warren Warriors. Taylor takes the snap, loses the football, but he quickly falls on it himself.
And that was nearly just a gift-wrapped fumble for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. But yeah, really nice job by Taylor to find that ball on the ground. Sure, they backed themselves up 4 yards, but at least that Yellow Jacket offense isn't only 8 yards away from the end zone.
So second down and 14 from the 9-yard line. Taylor sends a man in motion and will hand the ball off, and a hole up out across the 15-yard line. And that is Bowers on the carry.
Bowers only a couple of carries. Actually, I believe his one previous carry tonight was wiped out by penalty.
So it's a gain of 7 on the play out to the 15-yard line. It'll bring up third down and 8. One receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Bowers behind Taylor in the pistol formation. Taylor barking out the signals, and a bad snap low this time. Again, ball still on the ground, and it is going to be piled up there right near the goal line. And Warren has recovered the football back at the 1-yard line.
Yikes. Fourth down. And
Well, and your kicker's not going to have the full distance that he would like to have to punt the football away.
Yeah, you're snapping from the last inch of turf you could legally snap this ball from.
So we see
if Williamstown sends the house at this one. You got to believe they
Good
probably
now
will.
standing at the 35-yard line. As he gets the kick off, Goodnow's going to touch the football, and then he's just going to have to fall on it at the 35-yard line as he tried the over-the-shoulder catch.
If you're Warren, you got to be at least pleased that an often disastrous situation ends with a punt that Williamstown wasn't able to come down with cleanly and couldn't advance that. So, hey, you don't like to have a short field at your back, but that could have been an even shorter field or worse.
So, what was the penalty? A 5-yard penalty against the Warren Warriors.
Yeah, I didn't catch
I didn't hear what he said. But illegal formation. So Williamstown will take over 1st and 10 from the Warren 30-yard line. And you know, Shawn, we hadn't seen Jason Williams for a while, and I see him down there on the sideline without his helmet.
You know, I had seen a trainer looking at his hand there in the second quarter, and I don't think he returned to the field after that. That's a big blow to Warren tonight.
Melissa is going to go forward for a couple of yards down to the 28-yard line on that first down run as we approach the 6.5-minute mark here in the third quarter. Williamstown leading 21-6. Now, Oates is going to get the handoff this time. He's going to push forward for a couple of yards down to about the 26.
Halfway through quarter number 3 here. Bit warm, but overall not too bad. Pretty nice night for football in Vincent.
Third down and 6 upcoming here. And Melessa's going to keep it and roll out to his right and get pushed forward down near the 20-yard line. It's going to be close to the first down, but I think he's going to be a little bit short. I think he has to get to the 20, and they're going to mark it at 21, so it's going to be 4th down and 1, and decision time now for Coach Chris Beck.
Well, your defense has been playing pretty well, and your opponent's best weapon is not on the field offensively, at least so far in the second half. You got to believe they're going to go for this one here.
And they're lining up to go for it. Melessa has one back beside him and a receiver out to each side. Melessa's going to keep it. He's going to look for some running room. He's got the running room. He's got the first down. He has got the touchdown from 21 yards out.
Yeah, needed a yard. Got a touchdown. 21-yard scamper. His third rushing touchdown and the third consecutive drive that ends for the Williamstown Yellow. I should say the third consecutive scoring drive that ends and a Melessa touchdown.
And so now Joy on to attempt the extra point once again.
He's perfect so far in that category tonight.
Ball is down, kick is up, kick is good as well. So with 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's now Williamstown 28, Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Pioneer Chevrolet Cadillac has been selling cars for a long time. And now with the networking power and the inventory of 7 local lots in the Pioneer Family Auto Group, your number one choice for car buying, just open the door to bigger inventory selections, delivery options, at the ready service locations, and the most well-connected sales team that works together to satisfy you. Pioneer Chevrolet Cadillac. They know their customers. They know you. Stop in or shop online at pioneerfamilyauto.com.
It's 360 degrees of perfection. Lakeside Golf Course is the best conditioned public course in the Mid-Ohio Valley, known for friendly service. Join a league or take a lesson from the golf pro at Lakeside Golf Course on State Route 60, just 1 mile south of Beverly. Call 984-4265. 984-4265. Flawless Lakeside Golf Course. 360 degrees of perfection. Online at lakesidegolfcourse.net.
Varsity only kickoff at 6.
Well, that was a quick 4-play drive for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets, capped off by a 21-yard touchdown run by Maxwell Malessa, his 3rd touchdown of the evening, and kind of pulling away for the Kettle One Teamwear Player of the Game.
Yeah, he really is. Actually, this morning on the wrap-up show, Chris talking about this matchup tonight, he was one of the players he said to watch, and he certainly is putting on a show.
So Joy will put a foot into it at the 40-yard line. It's going to come back to the 15, where it's going to be taken there out across the 20, 25, 30. On his feet, nice return there out across the 40-yard line for Aiden Stroller on the return.
Showing off the speed there.
A 27-yard kickoff return for Stroller.
You'd like to maybe see him catch a pass with that speed behind him, because Warren Warriors could use a little bit of offense. Scoreless since the first.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 from the Warren 42-yard line with 5 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. So Taylor will line up with a receiver out to each side, back beside him, and now it's going to be a delay of game penalty. So that'll cost him 5 yards.
After a pretty clean 6 quarters of football, or I should say probably 5 3/4 quarters of football, last 10-15 minutes of actual game time, the Warren Warriors have picked up some laundry.
1st down and 10, and handoff is going to go to Fairbanks. He's going to get out across the 40, back out to the original line of scrimmage. So a gain of 5 on the play for Fairbanks.
Nice run, looking for a little bit of room, and found it. Be nice to see the Warren Warriors find a little bit of something, get some rhythm.
2nd down on a long 9 for the Warriors. Ball between the 42 and 43-yard line. Taylor with a back beside him each side, and he's going to look and throw long, and it is going to be overthrown.
Colbert looks like the intended target on that one, and just a bit overthrown.
Taylor got hit right as he threw the football as well, but I don't think it had any effect. I think he got hit just a split second after he let go of the football, so I don't think it really had an effect on the throw. But
yeah, throw looked pretty healthy. Good ball, just a little bit too much muscle behind it.
So it's 3rd down and 9. Taylor going to line up in the pistol formation once again. 2 receivers out to his right, a back beside him and a back behind him, and another bad snap. And this time it's going to be picked up by Bowers. And actually it's picked up by Fairbanks. And a loss back to the 38-yard line. And now another punting situation for the Warren Warriors.
Warriors have been having some problems in the transition there, snapping the ball.
Good now back to receive the punt. A high punt that didn't do much, and then it takes a nice Warren pounce and gets down to the 35-yard line.
It may have bounced as far as it flew.
And it may flew as high in the air as it traveled forward.
I think you're right. I think you were
Before
right.
it bounced.
That thing went straight up.
So after the punt, Williamstown will take over first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. So first down and 10 now for Malessa. He's going to throw, and it's caught out at the 40. And pushing forward out to the 42-yard line is good now. Give him about 8 on the pass and catch.
Good now has been Williamstown's leading receiver tonight. Got him unofficially for 3 receptions and just under 50 yards.
So second down and a long 2 for Williamstown from the 43-yard line. And Malessa's going to keep it himself. He ran right into a Warren defender, and Malessa got about a half a yard on that, if anything. It'll bring up third down and 3.
Yeah, really nice job by Warren to force the third down. I couldn't quite catch the jersey number there, but a really nice hit delivered on the Williamstown quarterback.
So it's third down, and the handoff is going to go to Oates. I believe that's Oates. Yep, that's Oates on the carry out to the 49-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 and a first down for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets.
Clock keeps rolling. Chains keep moving. The Yellow Jackets keep moving the ball on the ground.
So it's first down and 10 for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets from their own 49-yard line. Malessa is going to keep it himself this time. He's going to push forward, still on his feet inside the fort, down to about the 45-yard line before he's tripped up there by a couple of Warren Warriors. That's going to be a gain of 6 on the play for Malessa. And now we have an injured Warren Warrior down on the field as well with 1 minute and 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's Williamstown 28 and Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
At Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos located in Williamstown, it's about vehicles and it's about you. Sales experience on this lot is one thing, but people experience is above all. At Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos of Williamstown, the team has a passion for helping customers and put car sales experience, people experience, and passion together, and you get the most satisfying, hassle-free car buying experience you've ever had. Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos of Williamstown, West Virginia's side of the Williamstown Bridge.
And we welcome you back to Warren High School. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones. 1 minute 26 to go here in the third quarter. Williamstown has second down and 4 at the Warren 45-yard line. Malessa is going to look to throw, and he's going to look to air it out, and he's got a receiver into double coverage. Ball tipped around and falls incomplete.
Ball thrown pretty well. Right off the hands. That was Trevor Oates, the intended receiver. Yeah, take a look at Malessa's arm during warm-ups. Looks like he has a pretty good arm. We haven't seen him take too many shots down the field. Why you need to with a running game this efficient. Flags coming in from every angle now.
A false start is the call against Williamstown. A 5-yard penalty will put the ball back to the midfield stripe and make it 3rd down and 9.
Yellow Jackets fairly clean, more so than their opponents this evening. 2 penalties this evening. I believe they may have missed one. I want to say they have 3 occurrences of the flag tonight.
So 3rd down and 9, and Molesa's going to keep it on the run himself. He's going to push forward inside the 45 down to about the 42. He's going to be short of the 1st down, it looks like, by about a yard as we go under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, that's really been the play of the night for them, the QB keeper, and he certainly is working his way toward potentially that player of the game honor this evening, Andy. 3 touchdowns, and we're just about 30 seconds away from Mr. Molesa leading his Williamstown Yellow Jackets to a 28-6 lead into a 4th quarter.
And it's 4th down and 1. Molesa's going to try and he's barking some signals out, trying to draw Warren off sides, and then they did not fall for it. So Coach Beck will call a timeout. We will keep it right here as well with just 15 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and remind you that following the game, we will choose the Kettle One Teamwear Player of the Game. Kettle One Teamwear at 313 Green Street in Marietta, the best in team uniforms, screen printing, and embroidery. Give them a call, 740-373-7969. So we saw Williamstown try to draw Warren off sides there. Warren didn't fall for it, although I did see a defensive lineman jump, but not enough.
Yep, and the linebacker started to sneak in on the outside. Molesa nearly got what he was looking for. 4th down and a yard to go. I'd like to see the Warren Warriors come up with a stop here tonight. Certainly not going the way they would have hoped.
And Williamstown is going to come out of the timeout, and they're going to line up and go for it once again. In I formation, Oates the tailback, and the handoff's going to go to the fullback up the middle, and that is going to be a 1st down for Jed Lane, the fullback.
Yeah, his 3rd carry of the night. We've seen him a few times in short yardage situations get that first man through handoff ball forward for 3, 4, 5 yards.
He needed 1, he got 2, and that's a 1st down and the end of the 3rd quarter here at Warren High School. 3 quarters in the books. It is Williamstown 28, Warren 6. You're listening to high school football on ESPN Radio.
Good things come to those who wait, except when it comes to your health. If you've delayed your annual check,
Your home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
the area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients and they're just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywtcheck.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health,
Bank of America customized cash
medicine, primary care in Williamstown. There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
And we welcome you back to Warren High School. Andy Rex, Shawn Jones. 4th quarter of football set to get underway here. Williamstown leading 28-6. And has the football 1st down and 10 at the Warren 39-yard line as we get set to start the final 12 minutes.
came out looking to throw first play of the third quarter. Let's see if they open up the same way.
Alessa back to throw, throws over the middle, and it is bobbled and incomplete, intended for Ethan Holbert.
Ball just a bit behind Holbert. Good look.
And Holbert didn't have a defender around him.
No, if he brings that in and regains his balance, he just may have found his way into some painted turf.
So it's 2nd down and 10 now from the Warren 39-yard line. And Malessa is going to keep it himself and go right up the gut and get about 4 yards down to the 35-yard line.
That option play that they run so often. He has a lot of good options to hand it off to, does Malessa. And the best option so far this evening has been just tuck it and keep it yourself.
So the carry will bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets at the Warren 35-yard line, and a timeout called by Williamstown. So with 11 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the ball game, we'll take a break as well. Williamstown 28, Warren 6. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
The chances of making 2 consecutive holes in one is nearly impossible. The odds are 65 million to 1, so there is a chance. In 1971 in Norwich, England, John Hudson accomplished this feat with aces at the 11th and 12th holes. The 11th was 195 yards, and the 12th, a whopping 311 yards. An interesting golf fact from your friends at Lakeside Golf Course. Please call ahead for your tee time at 740-984-4265. Lakeside Golf Course, State Route 60 in Beverly.
The Fry Dental Group offers CRAC Technology, a state-of-the-art process that makes crowns, onlays, and inlays out of solid porcelain in about 10 to 12 minutes. No second appointment, no impressions or temporaries, and the cost is less than conventional crowns. Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe, specializing in comfortable family dentistry, teeth whitening, lumineers, and cosmetic improvements. The Fry Dental Group, a Delta Dental, PPO, and Premier Network provider offering 20 to 25% savings to participants. Call 740-374-0123.
And we welcome you back to Warren High School, and out of the timeout, Trevor Oates on the carry. He barrel inside the 25 down to about the 22-yard line, and that's enough for a 1st down for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets.
Another big gain, and Williamstown Yellow Jackets 11 minutes away from evening their record.
Alessa's going to hand the ball off to Lane. He's going to barrel his way inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. And brings up 2nd down and 7. Now we'll see Malessa in the pistol and the handoff will go to Oates. He's going to push his way forward inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's going to be a little bit short of the 1st down. Bring up 3rd down and a short 2.
Oates with some big runs tonight, and himself, I've got him nearing 90 yards. Actually just hopping it unofficially. A couple yards away from yet another 1st down.
And Alessa is going to keep the football this time inside the 10 down to about the 9, maybe the 8-yard line. And that is going to be enough for a 1st down. And I'll bring up 1st down and goal.
It's like a gain of about 6, 7 on that play. Warren Warriors looking hopefully for some better results ahead. High snap.
And Oates is going to get the football and get inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. And it'll bring up 2nd down and goal from the 3.
I have to imagine right here that I'm not sure Melissa is going to. They could hand this ball off, but so far tonight, around the goal line.
I formation, the handoff is going to go to Oates, and he is going to go in from 3 yards out for the touchdown.
Oates big on that drive, handful of carries, and gets to top off the drive. Williamstown extending the lead. We'll see if Joy can stay perfect in his PAT attempts.
Joy on to attempt the extra point. The snap is bad, and so the PAT is no good. So with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the ball game, your new score is Williamstown 34, Warren 6. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
Good things come to those who wait, except when it comes to your health. If you've delayed your annual checkup or are looking for a change, now's the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care, now open in the newest location at Harbor Point, Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients and just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care in Williamstown.
So Isaac Joy set to kick the football away now after the 3-yard touchdown run from Trevor Oates.
Yellow Jacket student section's been going crazy this second half,
and a kick that's going to drive Fairbanks all the way back. His momentum's going to carry him all the way back to the 5-yard line, and then he's going to slip and fall as he gets across the 20 out to the 23-yard line.
He's got some wheels to him. As I was saying, though, that student section over there having some fun. Andy, I think they'd crowd surf you. They're having a good night on the road supporting their fellow student athletes. Again, what a great facility they have here in Vincent. It's beautiful a field you're going to see here in the Mid-Ohio Valley. Of course, thanks for the hospitality as well. Always got to love some Donatos before the game. And a snap. That's going to be Fairbanks with the carry.
Landon Fairbanks with the carry.
And the carry's out to the 25-yard line.
He only gets a couple of yards.
Where it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 with 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Next week, the Warriors will be back home once again. They'll entertain the Logan Chieftains. 2nd down and 8 now for Trent Taylor, and the handoff is going to go to Fairbanks out across the 25 out to about the 29-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3. And then next Friday, the Williamstown Yellow Jackets will return home where they will take on LKC rival Ravenswood.
Third down, 3.
And they are just about 7 minutes away from entering that game 1-1 after falling to Waterford last week.
So Taylor will look to throw and goes across the middle and overthrows everybody. Dennis Petty was the closest one there, and he was still about 7 or 8 yards behind the football.
Yeah, and probably a foot or two too short to come down with that one.
Check that. That was Carson Gandy, number 87.
Warriors going to go ahead and punt this one away.
Just under 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Good now stands back at his own 40-yard line, and a kick, and is going to bounce at about the 45 and roll, and Good now is going to just let it die at about the 38-yard line, where it's touched down by the Warren Warriors.
Williamstown 38, first 10, Williamstown.
Again, a reminder that coming up, we will choose the Kettle One Teamwear Player of the Game. Kettle One Teamwear at 313 Green Street in Marietta, the best in team uniforms, screen printing, and embroidery. Give them a call at 740-373-7969.
If you've been with us, you probably have a pretty good idea who's the leading candidate for that one. And as a matter of fact, I think he's getting a little bit of a break from his main duty.
Yeah, I mean, that is Colton Hessen who's checked in at the quarterback pass, as we see a couple of fresh numbers in there for the Warren Warriors. Pass intended for Ethan Holbert, incomplete. It'll bring up second down and 10.
Melissa only completed a handful of passes through the air, but boy, did he do a whole lot and then some on the ground for this Williamstown Yellow Jackets offense.
Second down and 10. The handoff is going to go to Oates. He's going to barrel his way forward across the 40 out to the 45-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 6 yards on the carry there for Trevor Oates.
You know, it might be a 28-point difference here, but certainly some things in the last 6 minutes of a game like this that as a coach, as a football program, you can certainly get some learning experience from these situations.
So Hessen under center, backs in an I formation. The handoff's going to go to the fullback up the middle, and that's going to be Lane, I do believe.
Yeah, he's not going to quite get the first down.
He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Yeah, that was Lane on the carry, 24.
So fourth down and
1. So Hessen under center, and going to hand the ball off to Lane, and I'm not sure that he's going to get it. This is going to depend on the spot here.
The referee on the near side, if his spot holds, I don't think he's got it.
That's going to be close. They're going to give it to him.
Gotcha. Felt like that near side official was running in a bit short of where they eventually ended up spotting that one.
So first down and 10 for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets from their own 49-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. This one's been all but decided for a while.
Yes, it has. Yellow Jackets have been in control really since the end of that second quarter.
And there's a bad snap. Hessen's going to pick it up, and He's going to get tackled in the backfield for a loss of about a yard.
Heston on carry, tackle for a loss of the second down.
Snap rolled end over end about 3 times before it found its way into Heston's hand.
A loss of 1 will make it second down and 11 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go on the turning fourth quarter clock.
Good crowd here this evening for this one.
Indeed. Hessen under center is going to swing it out, and it's going to be incomplete.
Good now, incomplete, third down.
Nearly skipped it into his hand.
And the Warren coaching staff inquiring is how close that may have been to a backwards pass.
Yeah, you're right. I think it was just forward.
So it's third down and 11. Hessen will be under center, backs in an eye, 2 receivers out to the right. Now he sends a man in motion and will hand the ball off to Oates. Oates is tripped up from behind. A nice tackle right there by J.T. Rice.
Yeah, if J.T. Rice doesn't make that tackle, we might be moving some chains again.
And so no gain on the play, brings up fourth down and 10. And Williamstown will punt the football away here with 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game.
A little confusion now on the Warren side.
But then a good snap and a high spiraling kick is going to take Fairbanks all the way back to the 14-yard line. And he's going to try and turn the corner to the right out across the 15, but he ran a long way to get about 2 yards on that return.
Yeah, that punt was really well covered. What a kick as well. Nice looking punt. Really a work of art, the best one of the night.
So Warren will take over first down and 10 from their own 17-yard line. 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the ball game.
See if they can change this 6 into a number of greater value before we wrap it up tonight.
Yeah, they break the huddle and bring everybody out. So Taylor in the pistol formation, Bowers behind him as the running back, and the handoff will go to Bowers, and he's got a hole, some running room out across the 20, and pushes his way forward to about the 25-yard line. A nice little hard 8-yard run there for Bowers.
Really nice carry. Wish we would have seen a little bit more of him actually tonight, potentially, especially after Jason Williams left this one right before halftime.
So it's second down and 1 now for Warren. Ball at the 25-yard line. Taylor takes the snap, will hand the ball off to Bowers. He's got the first down, out pushing forward across the 30 to the 32, maybe the 33-yard line.
$2:20 to go. If you keep picking up chunks of yards like this, you're potentially going to find yourself another touchdown here. Gotta say, Andy, look at this wonderful seating right down below us. Can you hand me the headset out the window? I want to take a test of those. That looks comfy.
First down and 10 for the Warren Warriors from their own 33-yard line. We're under 2 minutes to go in this one. Williamstown's going to even their record at 1-1. Warren is going to fall to 1-2. The handoff is going to go to Bowers once again. He's got some running room. 40, out across the first down yardage, out across the 43. And a first down for the Warren Warriors at their own 47-yard line. Little extracurricular activity here on the near side, well away from the play. Official gets right in there and breaks it up.
Yeah, 90 seconds left. No need. Bowers 3 straight carries.
Taylor back up. Got them once again. Looking to throw and then overthrow. Fumble for Grimm.
Nearly picked off. Caleb Whitaker right there for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets.
So it'll bring up second down and 10. With 67 seconds left in the ball game.
Some of the JV squad presumably on the field right now. Experience at the varsity level under the Friday lights.
Or Saturday lights.
Or Saturday.
And a little swing passes out to Grimm. He's caught at the 45. Grimm across midfield stripe. Still pushing his way forward towards the first down marker. Down near the 45-yard line. He's going to be a little bit short of the first down. With 45 seconds to go in the ball game.
A couple of young teams. Not a whole lot. Sophomores throughout this one.
He was out to the right, one to the left. Victory over the Warren Warriors. We'll take a timeout and come back and recap this one. You're listening to the voice of the Warriors.
Pioneer Chevrolet Cadillac has been selling cars for a long time. And now with the networking power and the inventory of 7 local lots in the Pioneer Family Auto Group, your #1 choice for car buying, just open the door to bigger inventory selections, delivery options, at the ready service locations, and the most well-connected sales team that works together to satisfy you. Pioneer Chevrolet Cadillac. They know their customers. They know you. Stop in or shop online at pioneerfamilyauto.com.
It's 360 degrees of perfection. Lakeside Golf Course is the best conditioned public course in the Mid-Ohio Valley, known for friendly service. Join a league or take a lesson from the golf pro at Lakeside Golf Course on State Route 60, just 1 mile south of Beverly. Call 984-4265. 984-4265. Flawless Lakeside Golf Course. 360 degrees of perfection. Online at lakesidegolfcourse.net.
And we welcome you back to Warren High School. Andy Rex along with Shawn Jones as we wrap things up here tonight with the Williamstown Yellow Jackets getting a 34-6 victory over the Warren Warriors tonight. Shawn Jones, let's recap the scoring really quickly here.
Well, Jason Williams of the Warren Warriors continued his highlight reel season, scoring one from 53 yards out at the 4:08 mark of the first quarter. A 53-yard reception from Trent Taylor. That would put Warren on the board first, 6-0. However, the rest of the night would be all Williamstown as we would see an Allen 1-yard run, a Ricky Allen run-yard one, make it 6-6, and the ensuing Joy PAT made it 7-6, a lead that the Williamstown Yellow Jackets would never give up. Maxwell Melessa, a 10-yard run and a run from 1 yard out with both under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. That made it 21-6 at the half. Melessa would add a 21-yard scoring scamper, and an Oates run at 34 at the 8:30 mark, I should say, of the fourth, brought us to 34-6. And Andy, it was a big night for the Yellow Jackets on the ground. Maxwell Melissa racking up. I had him crossing the 120-yard mark some time ago. Really nice night for him. I would imagine he has got to be our no-brainer Kettle One Team Wear Player of the game.
I think you're right in that one, as he had 3 touchdown runs on the evening as well. And
hey, look, it's a wild Ben Marshall spotting.
Oh, yes.
Glad to see him here as we're getting ready to wrap one up. And, Vincent, it's been a beautiful night for football and a beautiful place for football.
It really is. And we're so impressed. And thanks to Steve Harold and all his staff here for all their hospitality. We appreciate every bit of it. We'll be back next week when the Logan Chieftains come to town.
Thanks to Kyle Wenzel, of course, up above us, and Derek Jones back at the studio, keeping us on air and keeping us online as well.
And I think Ben Marshall provided a little technical support here early as well. So,
that's right.
So we'll give him some credit too.
Hey, if not, we'll give him moral support crew duties tonight. He kept us enthused. And Andy, talk about a big night for Maxwell Melissa. He was our player of the game, and the Williamstown Yellow Jackets, hungry after a heartbreaker last week, a double overtime loss to Waterford. So they are able to right the ship in a big way tonight. And the Warren Warriors tonight, I think one of the big stories throughout this game was, I think, the offensive line, some of those new faces that had to step up with some students out due to COVID this week, some positive tests. I think that proved big. Maybe a little more experience up front for the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. But I tell you what, there might be some bumps and bruises right now for these Warriors. But I have a feeling that as time progresses here, throughout the rest of this season, and certainly as we look forward into the future, when you see a team like this that's getting the experience, that sticks together, when those 9s start turning into 11s and 12s on the stat sheet, I think the future is pretty bright here for the Warren Warriors. And Andy, we'll be right back here in Vincent next week.
Yes, as the Warriors will host the Logan Chieftains.